Welcome back, humor consumers, to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm comedian Tracy DeGraaf.
I'm Cathrine, co-host and bestie.
Welcome back,
Thank
bestie.
you. Yeah, it feels good to be back and back in the norm.
Now, I know that our listeners, we drop a podcast every week, so they don't know any different.
Right.
But how long has it been since we've recorded? 2 or 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I don't think it's been 3, but 2.
Okay, 2 weeks feels like an eternity.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, when I was getting the program that we use to record, I'm like, wait a second now.
How do you do it?
Yeah.
And where were you? Because Cathrine was gone.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind. On Monday found out, and today is Saturday, I found out that the next following 4 days, I was going to be out of town on some training for the post office.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank
Cathrine
you.
got a JOB.
I know. We talk a lot about our cushy lives. My life is still wonderful and cushy. I am going to be subbing for the main carriers.
Yeah,
And
so you're going to be driving the mail truck.
I know. Beep, beep.
Now I think of you every time I see that postal commercial.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I
the
know what you're talking about.
Various mail trucks.
We deliver type thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Catherine's going to be out and about in the rural areas delivering, also in town. And so she had 4 days away of training, and it was an
experience. It was interesting, and we had some fun. We had some laughs. We had some getting to know each other type thing, which I love all of that. Mm-hmm. And then there was honestly the boring stuff, all the different postages and forms to fill out.
You mean the actual work?
Yeah, the actual work. And
The boring
they call it casing, and I'm like, oh no, I'm so bad with numbers.
Wait, what do they call casing?
Casing is when you get your mail that's already pre-sorted at the main hub, and you put it into these slots in these stands. Your cubby. You have a cubby, and there's a carousel way of doing it or a book form of doing it. I know.
Jeez,
I know.
my eyes are crossing.
Her eyes, yeah. Anyway, and so you put every resident's mail in accordance to the route that you're going on.
Okay.
And that it's easier when you have the pre-sorted mail that comes from the main hub, and then you have what's called raw mail, and it's all like not in order.
Yeah.
You put it in
It's all
order, and then you have
loosey-goosey.
marketing mail that takes forever to put together. So
It's a miracle to me that mail is even a thing.
I know
It is.
and I went into this doubting that the post office is going to be in existence much longer. It will be, because we handle so much, and it's kind of a long story, but we even deliver Amazon, UPS, FedEx, because they're getting more and more into processing, as opposed to delivering. They're delivering, but not like the post office. I feel
when you think about it, the post office has been around for quite a while. How long? Did they tell you? Did they give you like a little history?
Yes. I believe it or not, only 100 years. No, it had to be more than, I don't remember. We had a ton of information, but hundreds of years. And it's evolved.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your new job.
Yes.
And it's flexible.
That's exactly why I wanted this.
Right. Because Cathrine, as you may know, listeners, if you're tuning in on a regular basis, she attends my comedy events with me as my assistant.
Yes.
And we have a blast when we're out and about, and we have so many adventures. We're going to have to take our podcast listeners on an adventure with us.
For sure.
And record like all of our traveling at some point. But
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, we said that. We sounded like the same person.
I know.
Stray cat.
That's all right.
All right. Well, let's get down to business.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that our topic today is women, fashion, and these kinds of things. I was going to talk about just now this t-shirt that I want to get that is going to say, because I think it's hilarious. I like funny things.
Yeah.
And it says, I'm into fitness package into your mailbox. I just thought of that just now. Anyway, it's a t-shirt.
Leave the jokes to me. We're all good there on the jokes. I believe it. I believe that you did not make that up. I believe. You don't have to convince me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's share with our listeners. Why don't you share with them, because you did the outline this week. Tell them what the takeaways are going to be for them. What are they going to get out of this, of listening to us?
They're always going to get entertainment out of this.
Hope, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Your clothes and your mood. How
Okay.
your clothes affect your mood.
All right.
So that's going to be one takeaway. And then we're going to talk about 40 things you should not wear after you're 40. And we'll have some scripture for you.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's dive in.
Okay.
What say you?
So we're going to talk about mood and behavior. And we pulled up this article that is interesting. And it talks about your clothes, that whatever you put on, it can make you feel powerful or frumpy. And we were talking about how during the pandemic, I felt very frumpy all the time because I wore lounge pants, baggy clothes, and eventually, I didn't realize it, but just kind of depressed like.
Yeah.
And so
I think a lot of people can relate to that who were buttoned up in the house, whether or not they were working from home or doing school from home, you know, or neither of those, and just being home from home. And with the stretchy pants.
Yeah.
And then you go to put on your not stretchy pants, and that's a wide awakening, you know. I know that's a come to Jesus minute.
Yes. Yeah. I was so sick and tired of wearing lounge pants and comfortable clothes that I was just craving to get dressed up for something.
Yeah.
But then there was nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Couldn't go anywhere.
I think it's 100% true that our clothes do affect our mood. They do. And you can either pull up a scientific study that proves it, or you could just know it because you know what it's like to wear clothes. You know, we were talking earlier to Ellis, your daughter, who is 20. She's going to be 21. And so she's, you know, the younger generation. She just started or she's about to start a brand new job.
Right.
And it's in a physical therapy office. And she needs to have on like pants that can move with her because she's going to be bending, stretching, whatever. And so she was talking to us about yoga pants versus work pants that have stretch in them. And she really wanted to have on work pants that look like they are work pants, because otherwise she feels like she's just, you know, in yoga pants.
Yeah. It all how you feel.
Yeah.
She wants to feel like she's a working woman, but also comfortable.
Comfortable.
And it is a physical therapy place where she is going to have to be flexible.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. With this new post office job, I don't know why, but I really wanted to wear a uniform.
You don't have to wear a uniform?
I wanted one. Yeah, I wanted one that said United States Post Office, you know, something like that. But we don't have to wear one in our position. So.
Oh, darn.
I know.
Oh, well.
That's why I thought, well, I'm going to order that t-shirt and maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple things.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah.
We could make you a uniform on our cricket.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's my computer that's telling me that I got an email from Etsy. Why? How? Somebody share with me how to make that stop. I don't know how to do it. Anyway.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just have to look into it. So your clothes can make you feel powerful. And so this says the research was done with a group of people to challenge their cognitive skills. They were to complete 5 experiments in formal business suits. It was found that those who dressed up more felt more powerful and in control compared to those who were underdressed. This is from an article from Mia Online. So these are not just things we're just making up. These are studies that were done.
Right.
Clothes can make you feel quick-witted.
Interesting. You know, here's a fun fact. When I first started with comedy and I was working with Michael Isaac, who was my friend and like comedy coach from the Second City, when I first started, he wanted to see what my brand would look like if I wore like a jogging suit. You know, I was like, well, I don't jog. But the point was to have the mom look. You know, so my very first time that I ever took a microphone and stage was at an open mic at the Barrel of Laughs in Oak Lawn. And I'm wearing a baby blue jogging suit.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. The very first time that I ever took the stage, I was so nervous. And I had my little set list with me. And I was like, ugh.
How did you feel in that jogging suit?
I didn't feel that great.
You didn't jog.
Well, not only do I not jog, but I also don't typically dress like that outside of my house, you know, like when I go out. When I'm at the gym, I wear, you know, exercise pants and a t-shirt or whatever. But if I'm going to be out like and about, I prefer to look like I'm out and about. Not like I don't have to be all put together, but I feel differently.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
So I was not comfortable in the jogging suit. And then when I looked at the video of my backside in the jogging suit, I was like, no. No can do.
Was it all terry cloth?
No,
jogging suit? Good.
It was
good.
It was baby blue and had a hood. And you look nervous for me, like, oh my gosh. And it was a zippered, there it is again.
Just ignore it.
Well, I even closed
We're going to do a
out.
podcast on annoying sounds.
Oh, that's the next one.
That's
I
our
can't
next
wait.
one. And I'm
because
I'm seeing how much this is bothering you, hearing the ding.
Anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It was not terry cloth. It was some sort of stretchy material, but let's just say I shouldn't have been wearing it.
Okay.
Because it was not doing me any favors.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Well, that being said, this next bullet point is it can make you want to exercise. I could totally relate to this. It can motivate you. If you put on clothes that are exercise, workout clothes.
Yeah.
That can put you in the frame of mind of motivating you to actually work out. And I will do that sometimes because I don't normally wear athletic clothes unless we're going to the gym or training or whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel if I put it on at home, it will put me in that mindset.
Well, yes. And, that reminds me, too, of one time not too long ago that I forgot to pack my stretchy exercise pants for the gym, but I had an appointment with a trainer, so I did it in my jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no can do.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's hard. Right.
Yeah.
It also says it can motivate you to work harder on your workouts. Depending on your workout clothes, your attitude towards working out also shifts. Those who invest in more appropriate but not necessarily expensive workout clothes tend to outperform those who wear their old college tracksuits in the gym.
Yeah. Or if you're wearing like faded t-shirts that make you feel, ugh. Clothes matter.
Yeah. That's for success.
Yeah. I'm getting a new bathing suit.
I could see that you were thinking about
I am getting a new bathing suit. I'm ordering it today.
Just do it.
I'm going to. All right. What else does it say over there?
It can give you more focus on a task at hand. And it says, when it comes to a lot of jobs, the ability to focus on your tasks despite the distractions around you, or if your work is pretty boring, is pretty challenging. As already mentioned above, the lab coat study, which we did not mention.
Well, the lab coat study, let's just mention it since now we've mentioned it, was a scientific study that was done. And basically, it was surveying patients in a medical setting of how they felt based on what the doctor was wearing in terms of either the white lab coat or they had like some doctors wearing something that was their elbows to their wrists was exposed or no coat over covering at all. They weren't nude, but they were like nothing, right? Like no coat, but still clothes. And the bottom line was the patients felt most comfortable and confident in the expertise of the doctor who was, managing their care if they had on the long sleeve, full white lab coat.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, have I encountered a doctor who just came in and let's say just nice clothes without the lab coat? And I feel like it depends. Like you could feel at ease, be like, oh, this guy is, or gal, woman, is on a same playing level. I don't know.
I actually had that experience once where I was with a friend of mine who was visiting a neurologist, because she had a major brain surgery. And I was there with her, with my friend, for her follow-up appointment. And she had a shunt in her head. This is serious business. And it had to be adjusted by this guy. I don't know why that just happened.
Light just went out.
Yeah. Anyway, so what happened was this guy comes in. I don't know him because it's the first time I've met him. She's met him before, so she knows him. No lab coat. And he doesn't look like a neurologist at all. He looks like a soap opera star, you know, like young and chiseled and the whole thing. And like he takes care of himself and tans and goes to the gym and all this stuff. I'm like, how do you have time to study brain surgery? I don't get it.
Right.
The lab coat would have helped.
You know, that totally reminds me of when my mom went to go get an MRI. And she was scared to death, claustrophobia, whatever it is. In fact, I know it's that. And she refused to go in. Well, the technician that was trying to coax her into going, he, no, I don't mean this as an insult, but basically he had a frumpy look, put it that way. Like you couldn't tell if he was a technician or a janitor.
See?
And he also, to add to that, had a very drab personality, just kind of stood there. Well, a few minutes later, out walks this handsome, well-dressed man that was also a technician. And my mom immediately responded like, oh, who's this guy? And guess what? She went in.
And she did what he told. Did he have on a lab coat?
He did not, but he was dressed nice.
Okay.
He was dressed nice, smart. He had like a sweater with a shirt collar underneath it, slacks. Put together.
It makes so much sense.
Not only what he wore, but also how he presented himself. Maybe it's because he had those clothes on. I don't know.
Do you remember in high school, junior high, if you would see your teachers out and about, like in the community in jeans?
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know what it's like now. I don't know if teachers can wear jeans, like if they have casual Friday or whatever. But back in the 70s and in the 80s, your teachers never wore jeans.
No.
And you would see them in jeans, like at the football games or like at the grocery store or whatever. It'd be like, oh, wait.
It's like an alien.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's kind of like part of our culture, part of the fabric of how we are raised, that there are certain positions. Like, could you imagine if the police force didn't have any kind of like attire or our military, you know, like they don't care.
I was thinking about that.
They're all in yoga pants.
Yeah, because when you see a police officer standing there and he's got the bulletproof vest, the gun and the belt and the badge and all that, I immediately feel like authority, and I should stand at attention.
Yeah, and pay attention. They got something to say. Yeah, same with your doctors. And what if your pilots just wore, you know, T-shirts and jeans and like, cool, get in, buckle up, sit down.
Or the judge at some kind of case.
Right.
Not having the robe on and just imagine, too, if you lived in England and they had the wig.
Do they still do that?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
And the lawyers. So not just the judge, but.
That's weird.
Even the female attorneys, as they call them, solicitors.
Really? Interesting. Yeah. They had to put that stuff down, but whatever. All right, what else you got?
All right. It can make you get away with some stuff. I like that way that sounds. Not that I would do that, but.
What do you mean? Like the Jack Abignale guy? You remember that guy, the movie Catch Me If You Can?
Oh.
He pretended.
You know what? Yes.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. It says here, this one is mainly for those negotiating better deals, which that's what he was doing, although it wasn't legit, but perhaps over a house contract or a car price. It is found that between people who put on business suits, those who wore sweatpants, and those who were allowed to wear whatever they wanted, and those who appeared more professional were more confident and unwavering during negotiations.
Interesting. Well, think about like business attire and, you know, the corporate world. It definitely matters. So done. What else?
Totally. It can make you feel smarter. According to one study published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology, wearing clothes associated with intelligence, such as a doctor's coat, a judge's robe, or a pilot's uniform, makes one feel and act smarter. Ultimately, your mood can be changed based on the clothes you wear. I 100% believe that.
Yeah. That makes me think of the Jack Abignale story, which, if our listeners are not familiar with it, it's a movie starring DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, but it's about an actual person. I think his first name was Jack. I'm pretty sure the last name was Abignale.
Yeah, I don't know, but he existed.
Anyway, the name of the movie is called Catch Me If You Can. And he is kind of like a masterful con man and pretends to be a pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think not only a pilot, but
a doctor.
Many,
yep.
Yeah, many different professions.
Yeah. And he ultimately was a counterfeiter. He would print and cash checks. Yeah. And then
it's very interesting.
Yeah, and then the government hired him to work for them to catch other people that were doing what he was doing because he was so good at it. Yeah. Well, interesting.
Who better to, get that advice from?
Right. But scary at the same time, because if he's pretending to be a pilot and a doctor, please tell me that he didn't actually get behind the, the cockpit of a plane and try to do something.
Ugh, no kidding. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So your clothes matter.
Your clothes do matter. I was just thinking about, too, how recently I have gained some weight. And so I'm feeling pretty about myself, on top of the fact that for a while I had been wearing lounge pants and so forth. So recently I was like, man, I just want to adjust. I want to feel better. Plus I feel older. I'm getting away from the more bohemian, wearing bohemian type clothing to more, not really Jackie O, but just classic styles. I'm liking that more and more. So I went to Chico's when I got out of the training that I was in. I was like, this is more my age. And it's cute. It's cute stuff. Yeah. It just makes me feel good.
Yeah. And I think the pandemic, most definitely, a lot of us, I gained weight during the pandemic as well, and am working hard at getting it off.
You definitely are.
And it's coming off way slower than it went on, seems like. It's torture.
I know.
But here's the point with clothing. Yeah, if we have clothing that makes us feel bad, we're going to just feel bad and almost like feel worse than we have to. So why not use clothing to make us feel better than we actually feel?
Absolutely.
Rather than feel worse.
Absolutely. I'm looking at those pants that say "so slimming," or
I love those. Those are from Chico's.
Yeah, they are.
And they come up. They're not muffin top pants.
No,
they come up over your belly button.
They're made for women our age.
Yeah, and they have thick, like a thick, wide band that sucks everything together.
Now we're animated. Now we're talking.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I mean, these clothes, and then they hide certain areas, but yet you don't look like you're hiding. You just look fashionable, and I feel great in them.
That's right.
And
Chico should be our sponsor.
Worth every penny. Yeah, they're not our sponsor, but I also went to Talbot's.
What'd you get from Talbot's?
I got, I bought a pair of pants, but I did take them back. I'm like, I'm spending too much. I bought this really nice sweater, and they had like little pearly buttons on the cuffs.
Yeah.
They look nice for Easter.
Okay.
So I wore it last night.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I bought this other top, and it's slimming, and it's cute. And so I'm like, I'm buying it.
Well,
I had restraint, though, because I keep in mind our previous podcast that we did on
minimalism.
So I'm being conscientious of that.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for me.
All right.
Although else? Kenny, when I got this morning, he goes, "Hey," and he noticed that I bought stuff. Spending. Yeah, and he's like, "Hey," I'm like, I wanted to say, "I got a job. Be quiet."
I'm spending this money because I'm making it.
Yeah.
It's funny. All right. What else have we got?
Well, we're moving on now to 40 things you should stop wearing after 40. I want to know.
I'm way over 40.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, go ahead.
Inexpensive basics. So basically what they're saying here is we all need like the camis and, your basic t-shirt, but don't buy the cheap ones anymore.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. You're older. You should get your basics should be nice. The fabric, the quality, all those things. Like, your next swimsuit, Tracy. You need to get a really high-end, good quality one.
It's so interesting because I don't like spending a lot of money on like one item, but I have learned that there's that one, what's the name of the company that has the funny commercials?
Duluth?
Yes.
Duluth Clothing.
The Duluth Trading Company or whatever. I splurged and bought myself some of their no yank tanks.
I love those.
They are phenomenal,
Yeah.
and they're really not that costly. I actually picked one up at Goodwill for like $3, and I fell in love with it. So then I bought a couple of new ones, and that is a really good. It's excellent.
They're great for layering, and the stitching on them is really good. They usually don't come unwound. They also are thick, but they don't make you hot and sweaty.
Right. They're perfect, really.
Yeah.
And they last through washes and stuff like that.
I'm to the point now, too, where I don't mind spending a lot on something that's really good quality. It's pretty classic. You know, a good pair of jeans, and if they make me look good, I'll spend $1 million. No, I'm kidding, but I'll spend the money for it.
And so basics, jeans would be considered a basic. You know, that's a basic in your wardrobe. You have to have jeans. So invest, in good jeans that fit you well, that you feel great in.
Yeah.
Better to have one pair of awesome jeans that you're comfortable in and you feel good in than to have 15 pairs of cheap jeans that you feel bad in.
Not so, I agree.
All right, good.
All right. It also says, stop wearing super loud colors. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean don't wear any, but break it up. So if you have like a nice skirt that has a loud color, complement it with a, something to offset it.
Like a neutral? That's an interesting point, because when you walk into Chico's or even, what's the one that we just went into? Cato? It's an explosion of color.
Right. That's true. But that comes also in layers, and it's not loud. It's colorful. So there is a little bit of a difference there.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to add colors. Have a statement piece. It's kind of a judgment call.
Yeah.
Really.
And I guess when you're talking about just the overall look of a whole store, that's like a whole entire season of various items that you're kind of all absorbing in at one time.
I love it. I love it. I love walking into like Chico's or like I said, I went into Talbot's and it's like color, because you think it's spring.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, stop wearing ill-fitting underwear like your bras, and go and get professionally fitted.
Interesting.
And,
I will say this about bras. After surviving my breast cancer situation, which now I'm 6 years out from that. I know. It went by fast.
Yeah.
Really. Underwire bras were a thing that came up all of a sudden. And it was like, do they contribute to breast cancer or do they not? And while I don't think that they actually do, I don't think that there are studies that show that it does. Here's the thing about Underwire bras. What I was wearing was uncomfortable. And so I was like, why am I doing this? This is not good. Got rid of them. Found a really good, comfortable bra that doesn't have an underwire but still has support. And so they're out there. You just have to dig and look. And I think the name of the site where I found mine was Shaper Mint. I think it was Shaper Mint.
Okay.
So look at that.
Yeah. Good tip.
Yep.
All right. Stop wearing clothes covered with logos.
Like Nike and
they
Adidas.
Not necessarily the athletic ones, but the ones like Aeropostale or American Eagle or whatever, Hollister.
Like a teenager.
There are older people that do wear them, and that's okay. I'm just reading this. But, it's like a media obsessed thing, look at me.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you're a walking billboard for Gap or whatever. Well,
right.
I think even the young people don't like Gap anymore, but okay, don't wear anything too revealing. So, but if you want to wear something that shows some cleavage, okay, but then don't add to it a real short skirt. Just do one or the other. They're not saying wear a super short skirt, but if you do, I think they're saying have some taste.
Well, and I think even on top of taste is also to exercise modesty. That's
exactly
definitely important for women of all ages, in my opinion.
Sometimes
modesty.
Or a lot of times modesty can be more sexy.
Well, and that's not the goal, to
Why not? Why not?
Well, okay. Just move on. Go to the next one.
Okay. Mesh or sheer clothing. So it doesn't mean that don't wear it at all, because you could have mesh arms, you know, sleeving.
Yeah, but limited.
Limited. Don't wear only mesh or sheer. I didn't know that people really did that, but I guess they do. Okay, they also say don't wear the drugstore glasses, like the shades, the sunglasses. You're mature now, get yourself a pair of prescription nice sunglasses.
Yeah.
Treat your eyes nice.
Yeah. That to me is, because I wear glasses and have worn glasses forever, is like a duh, you know.
Well, I used to wear my contacts all the time, and then I loved that I could have a variety of different sunglasses because, you know, different styles, you know, and I can't do that now.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Right.
So don't walk around with a worn down purse or briefcase. It really can drag down your whole outfit. Don't do that anymore.
Yeah, good tip.
I can't believe this one is on here. It says don't wear your class rings. I'm not even going to go into that. I don't know anybody who wears their class
over
rings.
40, people wearing their class ring.
I didn't wear mine even in high school or after or anything.
Right. I don't even know if I still have it.
I don't even know why I got it.
Right.
I was like, that's kind of ugly. Okay. Sports jerseys. Now I feel bad because, you know, a lot of us wear, I don't. I just said us to try to include myself. I'm not even a joke. I don't do it. It says, with the exception of game days at home or at your local watering hole, these really shouldn't be worn in public. Love your favorite team, but it's a surefire way to show the world that it's laundry day. Sorry.
That's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say that I see a lot of women over 40 wearing sports attire outside of like game day or...
Oh.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Mm-hmm. They also say, you know, wear shoes you can walk in. I'm going to gloss over that one too. Velcro shoes.
Don't wear those?
Don't wear them because in about 20 years or more, you're going to have to.
I have a pair of Velcro sandals.
Oh,
I do.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I will get rid of them. I do.
Oh, yes. Don't wear elastic waist bottoms.
Yeah. That's more for the cute younger crowd.
Well, okay, yes. Cute, young, that is back in style for cute younger, but also old, and you can no longer fasten your pants type too. They wear the pull-on elastic.
Well, you said elastic bottoms.
Elastic bottom pants.
Oh, the waist is elastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm just reading the title on it.
I thought you meant the cuffs at the ankle.
Oh, no.
Anyway, go ahead. Mm-hmm. What else? See what else I have in my wardrobe that you're saying I can't have.
Super trendy denim. And I have to say, I'm going away from that myself. The two-tone denim, ripped backside denim. And we're actually going to get to denim again in a little bit down here. Because we're not young. I feel bad for people, you know, people who do wear them who are our age. That's okay. I'm not going to feel like putting my foot in.
I'm just watching you.
I know. I cringe. I hate offending people.
Okay. Well, she's just reading the article, friends.
That's right.
It's the article.
Jeans folded instead of hemmed. It says spend the money on hemming your jeans.
Guilty.
Okay.
Done that too.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Clothing that hasn't been tailored in general. Don't do that anymore. I totally agree with that too nowadays for myself. Mm-hmm. Low-rise pants. Stop wearing those. They've never done any good for anybody any age. And they're saying embrace the mom jean again, although I'm having a hard time with that. I do like the higher waist, but not the full high waist like we wore in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because I have to say it does make you look more
Sometimes, though, the waist that we wore back then was too high.
Too high. And it accentuates that whole area, in my opinion.
Yeah. We just need to cover all that up.
Ugg boots. If you're over 40, stop wearing them. They're not flattering. The human body is already shrinking at 40. Anyone
make you look shorter
who is shrinking doesn't need the look of big feet and thick ankles at those snowshoes.
Okay, Cathrine did not write that.
I did not write this.
She's reading it.
And it's from a pretty good magazine.
Okay.
Over the knee boots. stop wearing those. You can wear them under your knee. Those short pleated skirts, the Catholic high school called. They want to know where their uniform is.
What's the girl from Saturday Night Live?
Oh, Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Yeah.
Or Molly Shannon is her real name.
Molly Shannon.
Sequins. I was disappointed when I read this one. It says whether sequins on a handbag or a t-shirt, this is just an all-around no. If it looks like you're going to prom or we're sucked back into the 80s, you're going to date yourself. It does say wear it, just keep it to keep the textures to a minimum. I love sequins.
Well, and I think about blingy sporting wear, like for the local high school or the whatever club. You know, they have the blinged out hats for moms and the t-shirts and they're blingy.
Okay.
You know, the stuff that Meg does over at
Yeah.
Abignale's.
Well, we're getting to that next. Yeah.
Well,
bedazzled.
That's it.
Yeah.
What did they say about
that?
It
says don't wear anything
don't
bedazzled. It says, now this is what they're saying. Nothing kills the vibe of a trendy blouse or jeans faster than some cheap looking rhinestones. A little bit of bling in the right spots is fine. A full blown bedazzled feels too costume party for real life. And these are professional designer people, but not above our level. They're not high-end, like designers.
I would say I definitely can see where they're coming from with that. However, I would also say that if moms are into, let's say that their child is into dance and all the dance girls are wearing blah, 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 and the moms are getting matching blingy stuff, do it.
But those moms are typically in their 40s probably.
I don't care how old you are.
Over 40, actually.
I don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
Or like, let's say, for example, you're a breast cancer survivor and you're in a club of survivors. There's a lot of those around.
Yeah.
And you're all getting blingy t-shirts and hats or whatever. Go for it.
Yeah.
Those, I think, are unique, special occasions and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, and you could just
have fun
with your wardrobe.
You can have fun. Exactly. It's right. I think what their point is just have some taste if you're wearing it all the time. I love, like Chico's has subtle bling, you know, a little bit of bling on the cuff of the pants or a little bit up here by the, you know, pelvic area.
Yeah.
Things like that. And
it's interesting because when I think about even like in a assisted living situation, let's say that you're in your 80s and 90s or whatever, and you're living in an assisted living and you have little blingy hats and stuff.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Fun.
Oh, it is fun. Totally. I also think they're talking about like, so it's not popular anymore to wear Miss Me brand jeans or whatever the other one is. And yeah, they're loaded with bling on your butt pocket.
Yeah.
I will not. I actually stopped wearing those years ago.
Yeah.
Do not.
More attention.
Yeah. Stop wearing mismatched socks. You know, some people are into that. Okay. Cheap jewelry or watches. They said, again, it's this mature thing. You don't need to wear that. Just get the real thing. Choker necklaces. Don't draw attention to your neck.
Yeah, the neck is the first thing to age, friends.
Neck,
sorry.
Yeah, and hands.
Yeah.
A juvenile signature scent, like perfume.
Oh, what was the one that everybody wore when we were like...
Jeanette?
No.
Oh,
something soft. It was called Soft. Oh, now I gotta Google it.
Go
ahead.
I'll go on.
Love's Baby Soft. Do you remember that?
Was that a perfume?
Yeah. It was a fragrance. Let me look it up.
Well, I know a lot of people that wore Jeanette as a cheap.
Yeah, but that was like an old lady's perfume. Oh yeah, Love's Baby Soft. That was the name of it, and it was like a scent.
I'm very familiar with the name of it. I just thought that was not. I didn't think it was perfume.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's one I was disappointed in. Lip gloss. It says don't wear lip gloss. A bright red lip, classy. Matte nude, sophisticated. A sparkly pink sticky mess, no thanks. Lip gloss tends to move around the mouth and seep into those pesky lip lines.
Oh, boy.
Emphasizing their existence.
You know, interesting. You know, I worked with Nisi, the stylist, who helped me.
Oh, she's so cute and wonderful.
And pulled my look together.
Yeah.
And she had me layering my lip color on.
She even said to put your eyeshadow on the kissing part of your lips.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right.
So layering your lip color was her little trick.
Yeah, I remember that. Don't wear too much bronzer because as you age, your face gets yellow.
Ew.
I know. Yellow, and it loses its color.
Why?
So when you add these browns and golden shades, it only emphasizes how yellow you are.
Great.
And how
old
much you're losing color.
Dang it.
I know. Okay, you're going to love this one, Tracy.
Okay.
Instagram makeup trends. Super thick eyebrows and extreme lash extensions are just a couple of the trends better left for the younger crowd. A more classic makeup routine will make older women look beautiful and ageless, not trendy. So they're not saying don't have the eyebrows. They're just saying not the super thick ones. But you could still get like I get, which is nice. Yeah.
If you insist.
I do.
Okay.
Long, colorful nails. Basically what they're saying on this one is have them shorter.
Active length. AKA over 40 length.
Don't draw too much attention to them because your hands show your age. Okay. Bodysuits, unless it's for underneath to suck everything in, you're too old to be wearing bodysuits. Not everyone can be Beyonce.
Well, plus you got to go to the bathroom.
Well, they have the kind that snap at the bottom. But
still, then you got to be coordinated.
Fanny packs. And don't worry, all you that live, if you're listening from Europe, we don't mean what we know, the American version of fanny packs.
Yeah.
Funny how the one accessory that used to embarrass kids the most is now their favorite. Nothing can make you look like a tourist faster
than a fanny pack.
They say wear a crossbody bag is better and hands-free alternative, which I'm all for that. I love crossbody.
Plus you can get more in it than a fanny pack.
Outdated hair accessories. You definitely show the decade of your life based on your hair accessories like those scrunchies. Although my daughter, who's 20, Ellis, she wears scrunchies all the time. So I think they're back.
No banana clips.
Oh, banana clips, right. Oh my gosh. Bad hair extensions. Anything with holes. Okay. I have totally gone away from the real ripped up jeans. A little bit of fraying, I'll still wear that. But those jeans that have a ton of holes in them, no. Unless, it's not saying no to grommets and reasonable rips. But the massive holes to where someone might question if you were attacked by a cat, stay away from that. Matchy sets. Don't do it. Just stop. Excessive fast fashion. So that means those, like Zara, the brand. But yeah. Forever 21.
That should be your first clue. You're 40 and you're going into Forever 21. Think.
Well, I did in my 40s because I could fit into it. It was cute, but
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oops.
All right. You wouldn't have known the difference anyway.
No. I'm sorry. I don't pay attention to stuff like that.
No, you don't.
No.
Leggings as pants. Don't be doing that. Flimsy bathing suits. Comes the time to retire that teeny bikini.
Ugh.
Or revealing Speedo if you're a guy listening to us. Oh, it says after 40, a bit more support and coverage is key, says the guy of Miracle Suit, which I buy swimsuits from them. All right. And last, anything that doesn't make you feel good. Just wear it. Wear it with confidence. By the time you're 40, you should know yourself. And
wait. So they go through this whole laundry list. Do this. Don't do that.
I know.
Do this. Don't do that. And in the end, they say, oh, if it feels good, wear it.
Well, they're saying just whatever you wear it with confidence. If you are going to choose these things, that's what they're saying. By your 40s, you should know yourself well enough to know what works. You should know. That's the key. How to dress for the occasion and how to hold your head high in your clothing choices. That's what they wrap it up with.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was fascinating. And it gives, some food for thought for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. What else? Anything?
That's it.
Okay. Are we ready for a scripture?
We are.
All right. The scripture that we're going to share with you today comes from Proverbs chapter 31. A great proverb.
Proverbs 31 woman.
Yeah. Proverbs 31 verse 25 says, strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come.
All right.
How appropriate is that for the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast?
Very appropriate.
Well, with that, thank you for joining us. You have been listening to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm still comedian Tracy DeGraaf.
I'm still Cathrine.
See you next time.
Thank you.